Hi, I'm Mable, and I'm a surface pattern designer based in Melbourne, Australia. I also have a cold, so if you're wondering why I sound like I have a cold, it's because I have one. I'll be adding subtitles to the video and also include a transcript of this presentation for you to download, just in case you miss what I say. Today, I'll be showing you how to put together two types of portfolios with your existing art from your Spoonflower shop and send it to companies all around the world to license. Let's dive in. But before I get into that, let me explain what art licensing is and how it works. Essentially, art licensing is like renting out your art. It's what I do for a living and it's a lot of fun. For example, let's say you've created a design and you approach company A and say, "Hi, would you like to license this art?" And company A says, "Absolutely." You both come to an agreement and they pay you for letting them use the design for a certain time period, which could be a year, sometimes two. The copyright of that art is still yours, and sometimes if they're cool, they'll even put your name on it. Company A then uses your design and puts it into all sorts of products such as mugs, shoes, chocolate wrappers, journals, tote bags, and so on. The even cooler thing about art licensing is you can take the same design and pitch it to another company. Depending on your agreement with the companies you make, you can do this multiple times, making your art work harder for you instead of you working hard. Of course, this is a very simplistic explanation of how art licensing works. If you'd like to know more, you can always check out my ebook, How to License Your Art in 12 Months. So, full discretion, every surface designer works differently, and they have different methods of putting together a portfolio. This is just the way I do it, and it has worked for me over the years. The good news about portfolio is there are no rules. There are no rights or wrongs. It can be simple or complex, but for someone like me, I need some sort of format to function. There are a few essential things you should always have in a portfolio. You should have your name, your contact details like email, your website, social media handles, and a bit of a profile so the client knows about the person behind the art. After being a surface designer for 4 years, I've noticed that certain types of portfolios works better for certain industries. First, I'll show you what a collection-based portfolio looks like. A collection is more suited for fabric companies. There are around 8 to 12 designs in a collection, but you can also have mini collections with just 6 designs. The secret of creating a cohesive collection is the combination of complex designs and simple patterns of varying scales, colors, and directions. This will give the art director a well-rounded view of your work and your ability to pair your patterns together. My go-to formula for a collection is to have 2 hero prints, 4 coordinates, and 4 blenders. Here's how I look at a collection. I see it as cast in a movie. It always has a theme and it centers around 2 main characters, Hero Print 1 and Hero Print 2. Hero prints are like the stars of the show. It is detailed, complex, and can have most, if not all, the colors in your color palette. Your eyes are immediately drawn to it. The complex coordinates are supporting characters to your story. They are like friends or family of the main characters. They are important, but the limelight is still always on the 2 heroes. It is not as elaborate as the 2 hero patterns because you don't want it to compete with it, but it's still fun and interesting to look at. Finally, the blenders. These are people in the background. They may not seem important, but they are necessary to the story that you're telling through your collection. In the fabric industry, blenders are needed so that the quilt or sewing project doesn't look too busy. It gives your eyes a place to rest and allows the other patterns to shine. Here's an example of one of my collections. Working in collections have helped me gain a better understanding of how to create designs that can work together and create better value for companies. But the downside is, it is also time consuming. Some designers do find it quite draining to come up with 10 different styles of designs, which is why it's okay to create smaller collections. And if you're looking to license to non-fabric companies, you can create different types of portfolios, which is condensed and yet still marketable. So instead of creating a collection of 10 designs, you can make a portfolio consisting of one hero print, one complex coordinate, and a blender. This is especially great if you are just starting out and don't have a large volume of designs in your Spoonflower shop. However, I do recommend that you have at least 3 or more categories in your portfolio before sending it off to art directors. You could break it down into florals, birds, fruits, Christmas, Halloween, and more. That way, the art director will have a sense of your style and skills. Here's what a keep it sweet and simple portfolio would look like. And that's it. Those are the 2 different ways of how you can put together a portfolio with your existing art and then send it to your dream companies. Let me know how you go by sending me a DM on Instagram. And don't forget to download all the free tools I have for you so you can pitch like a boss. Good luck!